jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrú ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ̀rọ̀ bá orí dání wọ́n. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pé kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe làlà òtọ́ láì bá dé. Tread softly, dákun ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Kíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣé rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀? Àwọn lọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rínú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù kò jẹ́ àríkùn má ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn òun ló wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lọ jẹ̀jẹ̀. Alámọ̀ a ò mọ̀nú, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Pọ́sọ̀ fura, pọ́sọ̀ fi jẹ́ sí iná. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣòwò tí a ládàlẹ̀ ayé, àgbàdo ti ti tó ọ̀la yòókù lọ́gbọ́n. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ikú pàlàmù tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹ lọ́lọ́gbà ògiri àgbẹ̀lẹ̀ tó wọ́n ti fi fún ọ̀bàjọ́ ẹ̀mọ́lẹ̀. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀.
Yes, good evening, my people. It's a pleasure to welcome you to another special edition of the Jagbajanti Show. I am your regular host, Akin. This is a platform where we talk nonsense. That is, we weave sense into things we consider as norms. Right. I greet you from wherever you are connecting from, whatever um, the time of the day is in your location. I greet you specially. As you all know, this show takes place every Friday from 9 p.m. UK time, and runs till, you know, an hour and sometimes 2 hours, depending on, how deep we have to go in our discussion. But I promise you, every single minute you spend on this um, platform counts for um, value. You're not wasting your time, and you will leave here um, um, blessed than you came. Àwa ò kí ń gba offering, a kì í gba ìdámẹ́wàá ń bí. The only thing we humbly request that you do for us on this platform is to share this show on your platforms. Let somebody connect through you. Bring this to the attention of somebody. And the reason is not because I need crowd. It's not because um, I'm moved or driven by metrics. No, it's simply to save lives. Because what we do on this platform is to, you know, um, well, technically save life by, opening our minds to the truth or new truth. And you never know whose life will be affected by what they hear on this platform. But if they don't know such a program is going on, how would they benefit from it? So that's why I, you know, humbly request that you help me share this on your platforms, on your storylines. Um, you know, speak to somebody about it if you find it value adding enough. Thank you very much. Let me see my people who are already on the line. Yeah, if you are listening to me tonight, kindly just, say hi. Let me know those who are um, on the line already, and I will give you a special shout out. Um, let me see àwọn wo ló ti wà ń bẹ̀ already. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin silent listener mú kí yín o. And yes, my sister Afume Chipo, yes, I greet you, ma. Ẹ káalẹ́ o, ṣé wà dáadáa o. Ẹ kú àtàárọ̀. Trust your day has been fine. Thank you for connecting tonight. I greet you, Empress Mo. How you doing, my sister? Thank you for connecting. I greet you, Ahmed Adeyemi. Thank you for connecting tonight. Akinuli Yetunde, I greet you, my sister. Shewapao Kale, I greet you, Ma. Mommy Yemi Taiwo Alabi, I greet you. Thank you very much for connecting. Especially salute my madam, Abiola. Thank you also for connecting. And for those who have not indicated their presence, I greet you as well. And for those who will join later, àwọn tá a bá mọ̀, I will take a moment to greet you. And especially also, I salute those who will be watching the recording, those who would not be chanced to join us live, I greet you also whenever you are able to catch up with this program. Right. Lẹ́yìn gbogbo atótónu, ẹ̀mí tún sọ fún mi pé èèyàn kan wà ní orí show yìí tí ó fara pamọ́. Ta lẹni náà? Okay. Signal clear. Tún ti lọ. Okay. I greet you, my brother, Engineer Elijah. Thank you very much for connecting. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Right. Um, let's get straight into it. Because as you all know, we don't waste time on this show. Boom, 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 we go. Right. What do I have for us tonight? We're still continuing on the series Breaking Cycles, you know, and so far we have, talked on, few cycles, few patterns that I feel we need to break. Transgenerational patterns. Like I told you, I don't believe in generational cause. What I believe in is generational pattern, and this is what is prevalent generations after generations. Tó fi wá dàbí wípé kò tiẹ̀ wá sálàáfíà, So and so we've been looking at different patterns that we should bring an end to. And like I said, Yorùbá ní ìran mẹ́ta ìtòṣì. Mo ní ìran ogún lè tòṣì o. If somebody within that generation don't, stand up and say, this nonsense stops here, it won't go further than here. And anyone who does that is what we refer to as a cycle breaker. It's not easy, but you'll be doing your generation a lot of good if you can take up such a role. It's almost like you are the savior of your generation. It's almost like that role is a calling, because it won't be easy, because you are going against the norm. You want to upset the pattern, and as we all know, change is never easy. It doesn't come easy. So you face a lot of attacks. You will not, you'll be looked at differently. You won't fit in. Ìṣe ẹ, ìwà ẹ, gbogbo nǹkan máa yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo ohun táwọn yòókù ń ṣe, because you don't want to toe the same line of destruction or perdition that your generation has been following. So tonight again, we will be looking at another pattern that I strongly believe we must put an end to. Just this week, on blogs, on blogs around social media, I read all kind of stories relating to abuse, domestic abuse. And these are not even from, old couples. They're from, young couples. And majority of them um, was initiated by the or the abuse was inflicted on the female by the male. But there's a particular one where àwọn méjèèjì lọ́jọ́ ya wèrè, and ó ti dé level pé wọ́n ń dáná sun ilé ara wọn, wọ́n ń dáná sun ara wọn, and things like that. And if you look around, àti wá fẹ́ get used to abuse gan tó jẹ́ wípé ó ti wá fẹ́ di way of life, ó ti fẹ́ dàbí culture gan, ó ti fẹ́ dàbí nǹkan tá a react sí mọ́, we're immune to it. We're starting to, you know, become used to it. That it doesn't really upset us anymore. And it's really sad. Um, some people are even in abusive relationship and they don't even know it, because the way they grew up, they saw things like that, and so when the same thing is repeating itself in their own life, they think it's normal. They think that is how relationships are meant to be. They think that is, you know, even some people, when everything is smooth within them, they try to, initiate something. Kò tiẹ̀ pariwo mọ́ mi rí, kò tiẹ̀ gbá ojú mi rí, kò tiẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ọkùnrin lélẹ́yìí màá nà ẹ̀, màá bí nínú. Wọ́n á initiate wàhálà gan pé káwọn náà tiẹ̀ lè rí ọ̀rọ̀ sọ pé wèrè ń gbogbo ọkùnrin o, gbogbo nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Irú ọkùnrin wo lélẹ́yìí tí ò tiẹ̀. Some think it's a masculine thing, that you have to do it. But it's not right. So in our discussion tonight, we will be looking at what I titled Transgenerational Transmission of Partner Abuse. Transgenerational Transmission of Partner Abuse. And gbogbo òyìnbó tí mo kọ sílẹ̀ simply means, a cycle of abuse that moves from generation to generation within intimate partners. Domestic abuse lẹ́pọ̀ tí ń lọ láti ìrandíran. Ó wà ń bẹ̀ torí tí mọ́mí ẹ̀ na dádì ẹ̀. Ìwọ náà fẹ́yàwó tí ń nà. Àbí ó wà ń bẹ̀ orí tí mọ́mí ẹ̀ máa ń pọ́n dádì ẹ̀ lójú. Wọ́n máa fara ní wọ́n nulẹ̀. Ìwọ náà marry. Ó ti ń ṣe the same thing fọ́kọ. This is what we want to talk about. If we do not put a stop to this, our children will inherit it. Á dẹ̀ tún ràn nínú ìran tiwọn náà. Last generation tí ò fi stop sí, òun ló ràn lórí àwọn ọmọ tá à ń kà nínú blog lónìí. And so this is what we will be discussing. And in doing that, I will want us to look at domestic abuse a little bit in depth, because tá a bá tiẹ̀ mọ ohun tó ń ṣe wá gan, báwo la ṣe fẹ́ address it? And that is why I won't just start talking without dealing with this particular issue. Ká ṣí aṣọ lójú eégún, and let's enlighten ourselves on what is happening. kẹ́ni tó wà nínú abuse gan mọ̀ pé so kíní gan abuse ni èmi kàn rò pé normal ni èmi kàn rò pé just to enlighten us. After that, we will look at what we can do or tips to help us manage um, this and eventually break that cycle. It's doable. A kàn ní láti gbé intentionally. You must be willing. You must want to do it. You must first of all have the understanding of what constitutes an abuse. Ìgbà yẹn wà tó lè fi ara ẹ̀ sí check pé no, mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe léyìí, mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe léyìí. So please, if you have not shared this show, please do, because this will benefit somebody. And then just relax, open your mind, and follow me. The comment section is open for everyone to, make your contributions. The only rule is that just be civil in your comment. I should pay my job. I can't anybody. Let's respect ourselves. And I must appreciate everyone who has been coming on this platform for close to 2 years now. You guys have conducted yourself excellently. I'm very, very proud, and I can't ask for a better audience than you guys. I'm really, really, really impressed. Thank you very much for keeping this platform peaceful, for keeping it matured, and I pray long may this continue. Wọ́n ní tílé kan bá ń tòrò ọmọ àlè ibẹ̀ ò tí ì dàgbà ni. Gbogbo ọmọ àlè tí wọ́n bá ti bí tó bá ti fẹ́ lóun fẹ́ dàgbà ní orí pláfọ́ọ̀mù kíkú máa pa wọ́n lójijì ni. Sọ́dà ọmọ àlè kankan ò ní wá dàbírú. Ìtàn bá lóyún ẹ̀ gan-an kọ́ ní miscarriage. Right. I greet you, the law. My brother Oluwaseun Michael Adeyeun. Thank you for connecting tonight. And my NE Ghost Lenny Emil Zen. I greet you especially, whoever is behind that profile. Báwa ò mọ̀ yín, Ọlọ́run mọ̀ yín o. Àwọn tó nílé ayé dẹ̀ mọ̀ yín. I greet you especially. Thank you for connecting tonight. Right. So let's get straight into the show, into the discussion. What we often hear is domestic violence, because ìyẹn ló máa ń generate buzz. Ẹ wá rí bí wọ́n ṣe nàyàn tí ti yẹ̀ téyín ti yọ tó ti domi gbóná sẹ́lòmíì lára. I mean, just yesterday, was it this morning? I read of a man that killed his wife using a pressing iron. Inú bí orí ìyẹn ń béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí ò ní. So domestic violence is the one that we often hear about. Is the one that we are quick to relate to. Is the one that everyone talks about, is the one that gets on the headline. But that is just a part of domestic abuse. So when we are focusing on domestic violence, we're looking at a part of a whole. But what I want us to do tonight is to look at the whole itself. Domestic abuse is the whole, of which domestic violence is a part. So when we understand the whole, it will help us to be able to deal with the various parts that makes up that whole. So um, let's start by looking at the definition of domestic abuse. So it's a compound word consisting of two separate words, domestic and then abuse. So domestic means something local, something within, intra. So in this case, the domestic we're referring to has to do with, within the family setting, within the family unit, husband, wife, um, children, and back in fee the domestic helps, no, see, and house help and all that, because obviously um, they get abused as well, you know. So and then abuse simply means misuse, using a thing other than for the purpose it was intended, right? So we have domestic abuse. That means a misuse that goes on within um, partners or within a family unit that consists of the husband, wife, and children, or that consists of the husband, wife, children, and their house helps, and then so when we say domestic abuse, it simply means a misuse going on within that setting. But before we can say a misuse is going on, before we can say abuse is going on, there's a need for us to know what is the right way to use that thing. There's a need for us to know the right intention of that thing. So, for example, we need to know why there's a family unit, why, um, say, marriage exists, why family exists, before we will understand, okay, how are we misusing the setting? So, in one of the shows on this platform, we've looked at um, marriage, family, um, monogamy, and things like that. And that was where we extensively discussed, or you know, redefine this social construct as tools of control. They exist to help culture humans. So prior to civilization, we're beast-like in nature. bákọ ajá ṣe ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lèèyàn ń ṣe. Bà lóbìnrin lẹ́níwẹ̀ẹ́, para èèyàn nítorí ìyàwó, take territories of this and that and everything. So all this social construct came into being. All the social mechanisms were introduced to civilize man. So when I say man, I mean humans. To balance our genius and our instinct. The instinct that has that destructive tendency, and our genius that can create things and bring about new development. And that's what civilization aims to do, to create a balance. So several mechanisms were put in place to ensure that this happens. So one of it was institution of marriage, where it puts a kind of markings or lines within, relationships. It gives it a kind of definition. It's more defined, and that's why you have a ceremony that gives you validity to say this is my partner. And under the law, with the certificate you were issued and everything like that, that partner is not allowed to go and join another person without first separating or formalizing a divorce with you. That would be a violation of another law called bigamy. So all these things kind of put people in check. Of course, stop on quick lamba ara wọn, but at least ó jẹ́ ká lè group àwọn èèyàn in smaller units. So what they want the society to become, it's easier to build them in smaller units than to build them as a whole. So wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn behave in the society, wọ́n kọ́ wọn nínú smaller unit tó jẹ́ ilé, home. So tẹ́yìn bá ti kọ́ wọn unit tí yín, táwọn ilé kọ́ wọn unit wọn, káwọn kọ́ unit wọn, by the time they come together into the society, everyone knows how to behave. Everyone understands their responsibilities. Everyone knows how to respect other people. So that was what the institution of marriage and family was intended to achieve. So within that unit, we can bring out three main purposes that institution, the union between man and woman, was meant to achieve. One was procreation, kabimo. Two, companionship. You have somebody you can call your own. You have a soulmate. You have somebody you can, if you know her, you have someone you can lean on. And the third one is relaxation, like sexual fun. So all these things are permitted within that union. And those are the main three things that the union exists to achieve. Now, within this union, There are activities that will be carried out. There are duties. There are responsibilities. There are sacrifices to be made, and a host of other things involved before each of these purposes: the recreation, the companionship, the um, sexual form. Before these three things can be achieved, a lot of things need to be done. You know, so, and it is in these areas of this, activities, fulfilling these activities, responsibilities, duties, making sacrifices, that misuse and abuse begin to arise. So the way I see marriage is, I see it as an empty basket that is given to the man and the wife. It has nothing in it. So whatever they want to take out of that basket, they must first deposit in it. You want peace, you must put peace in that basket. You want happiness, you must put happiness in that basket. You want money, you must deposit money in that basket. You want respect, you must put respect in that basket. Many people don't realize this. They don't understand that for the marriage to work, there has to be equal input. So, ẹni tó múnú ẹ̀dùn, tó dé gàràgàràgàràgà tó ní kó bọ́ pátá, tó ń wò báyìí pé òun ò sí mood, òun àná òun kinní kan ṣe nǹkan kan mẹ́rin tó fagídí òun pa kí ni èmi lọ́kọ ẹ̀ dáadáa, wàá rọ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bò wípé wà ló ń fi kinní ó ń fẹ́ tó ẹ̀dùn ẹ̀. Ìwọ ò mọ̀ pé you have a part to play. There are duties, there are responsibilities you need to fulfill for that part that you want to be reachable. So anything outside this scope is what we will regard as misuse, abuse, and they come in several forms. Like I said, the domestic violence is just one of them, where partners are physically assaulted, either slap, punch, use of you know materials that can inflict pain on someone. But then we have few other ones outside this physical abuse. And this is one area where many don't even know that they are being abused. So we have emotional and psychological abuse. There are no physical pain inflicted on such a person. Wọn ò jalè èékánná rí, wọn ò gbá ojú ẹ̀ rí, ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ń torture ẹ̀ mentally. Wọ́n ń da orí ẹ̀rù psychologically. We have coercive control, where one partner ó ti fún ọrùn the other one. Ẹni tó bá sọ ló gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe. We have isolation. We have verbal abuse. Àwọn èpè ńláńlá, àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ téèyàn lè gbọ́ tá 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 po sìmẹ́ǹtì àtomi bátìrì tó máa gbé mu. Stalking. Níbo lo lọ? Níbo lo wà? Where are you? Níbo lo ń lọ? Ta nìyẹn? Ta ló pè ẹ́? Ta ló já ẹ yẹn? Níbo lo wà? Kò tíì di kó délé ni. It's a form of abuse. False allegations. It's a form of abuse. And where the other person is not given that opportunity to prove themselves that irọ́ o, ẹ parọ́ mọ́ mi ni o. No, dákẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. O gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. O ti ṣe investigation mi, ìwọ ni. It's a form of abuse. Financial abuse náà wà. And we have sexual abuse as well. So all these are forms of abuse that exist within that family unit. Out of all these ones I've mentioned, I'm sure some will be wondering, báwo ni financial ṣe jẹ́ abuse? Okay, I'll explain. Where, for example, partners ní joint account, ẹ dẹ̀ ti ní agreement nǹkan tẹ́ ń fi sínú ẹ̀. But then one partner now hijack that, that purse. N pò ló máa control ẹ̀. No, o lè ná ilé. No, o lè ra yẹn. It's a form of abuse. Ta ló fẹ́ fún lówó? Àwọn ẹbí ẹ ti ń bèrè owó jù. O ti ń ra nǹkan jù. Kí n tó fẹ́ ra yẹn ti wọ́n jù. It's a form of abuse. Also, take for example, in a setting where there's an agreement, one will cover ilé, me ma cover ilé and stuff like that. Then one partner is fulfilling their own part, and the other one all the time ló máa ẹ jọ̀ọ́ wá sáré yá mi ní kíní yẹn kí n fi cover ilé, kò sí much lọ́wọ́ mi. Wá sáré fún mi ní ilé kí n fi bá mi san, màmá get back sí ẹ later. It's a form of abuse. Ẹlòmíà wò pé òun cover ọkọ òun ni, òun cover pé káṣírí àwọn ṣáà má tú ni. So sooner or later ẹni ẹ máa wà worn out because ẹrù yẹn ti yẹ̀ sí lórí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Bọ́dì yẹn ó máa padà press ẹni yẹn pa ni. Ọmọ yẹn sọ wípé for a home or for a union to be free of abuse, there are responsibilities, there are roles, there are duties which each person must be up for. The moment you are trying to shy away, the moment you are trying to hide, the moment you are trying to give excuses and stuff, kò sígbà tá abuse ò ní yọjú. Ó máa yọjú o. Another way tí financial abuse tún lè wà, tó yẹ pé partner kan ló kàn jẹ gbèsè kiri, á dẹ̀ máa expect the other one láti wá clear ẹ̀. Gbogbo credit card ó ná pa, ó max ẹ̀ pa, ó dẹ̀ miss payment, wàá da wàhálà yẹn sọ́rùn ẹnì kejì. Wàá ra nǹkan bí wàá ní dáàdì wa máa wá fún yín lówó. Dáàdì yín wá ń bọ̀ nílé láti ìrọ̀lẹ́ wọ́n pé ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ sà, ṣé ẹ gbàgbé mi o ẹ ǹlẹ́ o sà, àwọn máa wọ́n pé mi ì gbàgbé yín báwo, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, mọ́mì mú kinní wọ́n sọ pé ẹ máa settle mi sà. Á pàtìjú mọ́ra, ìnáwó tí ò plan, á kówó ẹ̀ lẹ̀. Abuse ni. My sister just added another one. Unpaid debt between wife and husband or vice versa is also an abuse. Sáré yá mi ní kinní kan bẹ̀ yẹn, á kó fún ẹ. Bá di pé owó tó gba ọlọ́run jẹ́ wàá gba ọlọ́run padà, èmi kọ́ níyàwó ẹ̀ ni. Irú kíni ẹ̀, ó tiẹ̀ ní tìjú. Ọkùnrin ni wọ́n dẹ̀ pera ẹ̀ yìí ṣá. Fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ lówó, ó dẹ̀ ń béèrè padà. Ò bọ́ síta kó wo nǹkan táwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe. It's an abuse. Irú ní kó yá ẹ ni. Ìwọ náà lówó tiẹ̀, kí ló fi ń ṣe? Gbà tó dìgbà àti san padà, wá ń blackmail ẹni yẹn emotionally. À sọ̀rọ̀ burúkú sí pé ọkọ aláìní tìjú, fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ lówó tó ń béèrè padà, ṣọkùnrin nìwọ ẹ̀. Abuse ni. Erelu ẹ kálẹ́ o. Ṣé wà dáadáa? Ẹ kú àtàárọ̀. Thank you for connecting tonight. Erelu says husband wey get grace will not pay the debt. You know, but ibi tí wàhálà ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Eléyìí lá lead sí violence. You know, I greet you, my brother Festus. Comrade Festus, I greet you. Ṣé wàá pa? Mo kí yín o, ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ kálẹ́ o, ẹ̀gbọ́n Godwin. Ó pẹ́ díẹ̀ lálẹ́. Evangelist Obatusi, thank you, my brother. How you doing? Thank you for connecting. I greet you, my sister Oyafunke Arike Olorisha. Ẹ kálẹ́ o, ṣé wàá pa o? Thank you for joining me as well tonight. And my lovely sister Debisi Brown. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for connecting with me as well. And mo tún miss Ebomokia ọmọ ìyá mi. Thank you for joining me as well. Right. Debisi Brown said the husband we pay in debt. Now we go lend money, go to your friends or bank. You know? I mean, it's just wrong. Kó gba nǹkan, ó yá, kó wá fẹ́ lo emotional blackmail. Mi ṣáà lọ́kọ ẹ̀, kó wá máa sọ àwọn òkú tàn kan. Ìgbà tó wà school of midwifery, ọmọ yìí tí mo ná lé ẹ lórí. Ẹ ṣí èrè sà. Ìgbà yẹn ló wá rántí pé nígbà tó wà school of midwifery, ó sanwó kinní kan lórí pé wọ́n ní kẹ́ ẹ dá owó tẹ́ ẹ yá padà. Ẹ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn ìtàn wèrè, àwọn ògbójú òṣì tẹ́tẹ́. You're abusing that woman. You're abusing the woman. You're abusing the woman. So that àwọn tó bá wà ro situation ẹ̀ kọ́ mọ̀ o. You know, it's not ideal. And another one is isolation. You know, the unit where um family unit where the husband forbids the wife from going out without his permission or consent, forbids the wife or the partner um, from certain circles. There are even some situations where the partner is forbidden from seeing their families. So now I don't want to be saying man. I just want to use the word partners now because bó ṣe wà ní líìkì náà ló wà ń gbàǹjà, you know, bó ṣe wà ní líìkì ló wà ń gbàǹjà. So I don't want to be saying ọkùnrin nìkan ló ń inflict abuse yẹn sórí obìnrin náà. Méjèèjì ló wà. Àwọn obìnrin tó ṣi èrè náà wà, you know. So where one partner is limiting the outside involvement of the other partner, such as not allowing them to see their family, restricting them from seeing friends, you know, always getting angry when they see them with work colleagues, especially the insecure ones, when they see their partners with, hanging out with the opposite sex. "Tani yẹn? Ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ òṣì, ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àárín kìíní kan, má jẹ́ rí ẹ̀pẹ́ kìíní kan wọ́n ní dáadáa, you know. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ pè ẹ́ mọ́, kò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe gbá kan, gangan, you know. When you limit the social life or social activity of another partner outside the home, especially some will say ibi tí ìbá ti bá ẹ lọ tá àjọ lọ ò gbọ́dọ̀ lọ, ẹni gbogbo everywhere tá a bá wọn gbọ́dọ̀ máa rí wa papọ̀ ní ọkọ àtìyàwó ni wá, ò gbọ́dọ̀ dá lọ ibìkan kó má mú mi dání, gbogbo ẹ̀ náà àjọ láti jọ lọ ní ọ̀gàn. Gbogbo yẹn abuse ni o, abuse ni, because ẹ fẹ́ra yín ò mean wípé ẹ wà ní prison, kò mean pé ẹ wà nínú ìdè. Two of you still have your lives to live. You still have to live. Anything tó bá ti jẹ mọ́ wípé ò ráyé gbé mọ́ nítorí o marry, inú abuse ló wà. I don't have any other way to sugarcoat it other than that, you know. Another one that is funny is where one partner constantly checks up on the whereabouts of the other partner. Now, let's not confuse it. Nípò wà láfíà èèyàn, kò sí nǹkan tó burú nù yẹn. Hello, ṣé o wà okay o? Báwo ni o? Okay, o ti ṣe tán bí iṣẹ́ okay. Lórí àbò ló wá dé nǹkan mẹ́rin. Ó ti tán. Ìyẹn wà okay. But constantly checking up on the whereabouts of the other person. Débi wípé tó bá tẹ̀ tó sọ wípé táwọn wà gan wa tó sọ pé kí wọ́n tún kàn ṣe video call. Some partners won't even make normal calls. Video ni. Because wọ́n fẹ́ rí ẹ tó wà pẹ̀lú wọn, wọ́n fẹ́ rí pé ibi tó lòun wà gangan ló wà. If you are insecure, please fix yourself up. Seek help. Don't project your insecurity on your partner. It's an abuse. It's an abuse. If you are the jealous type, if you are insecure, seek help. Wá solutions ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ẹ. Don't project your insecurity and your jealousy on your partner. Débi wípé wàá máa fi ayé ni wọ́n lára. I won't lie to you. I've had stories of husband who will sniff the pants of their or and private part of their wives when they return from work or any outing they go. Wọ́n fẹ́ check bóyá wọ́n ti bá wọn sùn. Abuse ni. Tí lo bá wá pátá oní padlock onírin kó o wọ̀ fún wọn kó o padlock ẹ̀ kó o mú kọ́kọ́rọ́ ẹ̀ dání. Ohun tó yẹ kó o ṣe nìyẹn. Aṣiwèrè èèyàn. It's an abuse. Wọn ò lè kíyàn. Wàhálà ni. Do you know how many partners have lost huge contract torí ìgbónára partner mi? Business deal ni wọ́n contract. Wọ́n á sọ pé wọléwọ̀de wọn ti pọ̀ jù. Rọ́rọ́rọ́ iṣẹ́ òṣìwò lẹ́ ń ṣe business òṣìwò lẹ́ ń ṣe yẹn gangan. Wọ́n á já wọn embarrass ẹni yẹn. Don't ever come and ìyá ò bá yẹn pé sorry o. I don't like all this issue. Owó ni mo mú wá fún ẹ. Business mo ní ká jọ ṣe but I think I don't have time to deal with all kind of things like this. Má dẹ̀ sún sẹ́yìn. O ti lé gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó lè là o ti lé jìnnà sí. And you wonder why you guys are wretched? Because of your insecurity, because of your own, lack of sense, because of your own jealousy. O ti pa ẹni yẹn lápá sáyé, o ti lé ògbó èèyàn lára ẹ̀, o ti gbaṣọ ìyàtẹ̀yẹ lára ẹ̀. People are scared to hang around with the person, talk with the person, even introduce them to, businesses and things that can move their career forward. Because partner olóró wà ńbẹ̀. Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o. Bọ́n send message sínú inbox ẹlòmíì, òun ló máa reply. Ó sọra ẹ̀ di social media manager. Kọ́kàn sọ hi sẹ́ni ẹ lásán wàá ti lọ tẹ̀. Good afternoon. Thank you. I'm married. Ta ló bí ẹ lẹ́jọ́ wèrè? Ẹni náà máa wọ̀ báyìí pé kí la bí akànkí lásán ni ó lóun marry. Ṣé ó rò pé afẹ́fẹ́ la fi wá sínú inbox ni? That person will not know pé ẹni ẹ kọ́ ló tẹ̀. Kò mọ̀ pé wèrè tó jọ ń cohabit ló onígbónára wèrè ló wá ń tẹ̀ nǹkan síbẹ̀. And that person will just, you know what? No, I don't want to deal with this. And I sign out. Abusing you. If you're listening to me tonight and you are facing that, you are in an abusive relationship. If you have anyone facing that, they are in an abusive relationship. So you are in that union for procreation, for companionship, for sexual pleasure. And for these three things to happen, there are certain duties, certain responsibilities, certain roles, and certain activities that has to exist. But gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ṣe yẹn, those roles, those activities, responsibilities must lead to achieving those three things. Anything outside that scope, abusing you. Abusing it. So now, this is where I want to introduce the transgenerational transmission of this abuse. So mo ti describe, some form of abuse within one generation now. Now, nínú ilé yẹn wọ́n wá bímọ, wọ́n lọ́mọ. I've said it since we started this series that kids learn more by watching rather than by what they hear. They watch, they see things. Nǹkan dẹ̀ rí, wọ́n believe ẹ̀ ju nǹkan tí wọ́n gbọ́ lọ. Now, is domestic abuse hereditary? No. But it is passed down through generations. Not through blood, not through genetics, but from patterning. What kids see with their parents. So that's how it goes from parent to child, and then that cycle of abuse is established. When children see their father abusing their mother, they learn. So when I say children now, I mean gbogbo gender ọmọ tó bá ní, ọkùnrin àtobìnrin. But they learn differently. This is what the boy child learns. He learns that controlling a woman in the form of abuse is normal and should be expected. Now, ìyá náà tó wá remain nínú bẹ̀, because wọ́n ti sọ fún pé ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ni o, you don't leave o, wàá forí tì ní o, wàá fara dà ní o, wàá ṣáà máa forí rọ náà ní o, tó bá yá dá o, bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ayé tiwọn náà nìyẹn o, kò sí tó rọrùn o, ká jókòó síbẹ̀ o, má kúrò ń bùjókòó ẹ o, má jẹ́ kán lé ẹ láàyè ẹ o, máa fara dà ní o. And so the mother sits there and keep on accepting this abuse. This is what the girl child learns. The girl child learns that if someone abuses her, she has to just accept it. It's normal. So when a woman doesn't leave, she's teaching her children that it doesn't matter what happened or how badly you are hurt, you must stay. So ó imprint sórí ọmọbìnrin yẹn náà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọmọkùnrin tóun náà dẹ́rìí tí bàbá ẹ̀ ṣe, ó imprint sórí òun náà bẹ́ẹ̀ pé that is how to be a man. That's how to treat women. But if the mother decides to act differently, when she leaves, for example, there's another lesson she's teaching her children. This time around, she's teaching both the male and the female child. And she's teaching them that you should not try to control people. Control is not love. And she's teaching them that you don't have to stay where you have been abused. So when she parks herself, her children, and leave that place of abuse, she's actually showing our children what love looks like, especially self-love. And that is what many women who are in abusive relationship don't have to do. Self-love. You sit down there. Eyín tó gbé wá nu marriage yẹn ó pé, eyín ẹnu ẹ̀ pé. Wọ́n ti lù ú, márùn-ún ti yọ within 2 years of marriage. Mẹ́ta ń mì. Sáìdì ẹnu kan kò lè jẹun bẹ̀ mọ́. So apá kan ló fi ń jẹun. Ṣùgbọ́n ó believe wípé ilé ẹ̀kọ́ lòun wà. Gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ tó ń fóun nílé tóun ti wá, wọ́n máa kọ́ òun níbẹ̀ yẹn. Ilé ọkọ, ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ni ó jókòó síbẹ̀. Ó rò wípé ìyà nínú marriage follow come ni, wípé ó normal because ó rí nínú generation ti mọ́mì ẹ̀. Mọ́mì ẹ̀ ò ṣe nǹkan kan sí. She stayed. And the lesson she learned is, it's normal. You don't do nothing. Just stay. When tó palẹ̀ ara ẹ̀ mọ́ tí ò mind nǹkan tí àwọn èèyàn máa sọ. Tó kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ break circle yẹn pé àwọn ọmọ mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ gba kíní as normal. Èmi gan ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbà, mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ ara mi ju gbogbo nonsense báyìí lọ. Tó palẹ̀ ara ẹ̀ mọ́, tó kúrò. Irú àwọn yẹn ló ń rí cycle yìí break o. Irú àwọn yẹn ló ń rí cycle báyìí, ló ń rí break. You're not doing your kids any favor. You're actually damaging them when you remain in abusive relationship. Because they will see whatever is going on between the both of you as normal. The male child will grow up to treat women like that. And the female child will also grow up to accept being treated like that. This is also what they will pass on to their own generation. And this is the evidence of what we are seeing today. Every little thing, go. Ilé bá ju microwave síta, ìyẹn náà gbé television fọmọ́lẹ̀. Àgbọ̀ well done. Wọ́n dáná sun nǹkan ara wọn, wọ́n mú fóònù. Wọ́n fọ́ fóònù yẹn, wọ́n yọ àmàtì. Ìyẹn náà lọ gbé PlayStation ẹ̀ àbí laptop ẹ̀, wọ́n náà rún mọ́lẹ̀. We must teach our children that violence is not the solution. Ó ṣe dandan kí ẹ jọ wà pọ̀. Ó ti demystify marriage and family here. Gbogbo bọ́n ṣe so mọ́ yín lọ́rùn tán jẹ́ kẹ́ dàbí pé God hate divorce, Ọlọ́run ló dá marriage ilé ẹ̀gbọ́n kìíní kan. Mo ti sọ fún yín pé these things are social construct. Àdálẹ̀ to control èèyàn ni. For example, èèyàn máa ń ṣìdí kiri ni tẹ́lẹ̀. Because ayé lọ́lọ́run dá, kò dá orílẹ̀-èdè. Èèyàn ló dá orílẹ̀-èdè, èèyàn ló dá ìlú. And if you want people to build that country, you need them to be stable. You need stability. You need to give them a form of belonging to that, to that location. Láti lè dúró láti build it. And that's one of the things family offers you. It gives stability. Bá ti bímọ, tó bá ti níyàwó tó bímọ, wàá dúró sójú kan. Ó nira láti máa ṣí kiri, láti máa relocate with family. Individually is easy. So bá ti jókòó síbẹ̀ yẹn sìn, ibẹ̀ lẹ máa jókòó sí, ẹ máa yanjú gbogbo nǹkan sí. And because of that, ó work fáwọn tí ó introduce àwọn social engineers ìgbà yẹn. So you have to understand pé look, èèyàn ló create gbogbo kinní o. Àwọn náà ló tún ṣòfin. Nígbà táwọn èèyàn ń kú láìpẹ́ ọjọ́, tó ń bímọ tó ń wà deformed, wọ́n rò pé àwọn ẹ̀mí kan ló ń lù wọ́n pa, wọ́n rò pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kan ni wọ́n ṣẹ̀ Ọlọ́run tí gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹ̀. Ó gbà tí wọ́n dé lọ rí wípé look, when you tẹ́ bá ṣe insects, gene yín ó máa weak, ó máa ní problem. Lẹ ṣe máa bímọ tí ò ríran, lẹ máa bímọ tí ó lẹ́ pé imú ẹ̀ yẹ̀, lẹ máa bí kan. So wọ́n láti ṣòfin wípé incest is banned. Ìjìyà dẹ̀ wà fún un. So bọ́n ṣe ṣòfin legally, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n tà ẹ̀ mọ́ divine. Tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tó ń lò is divine. Ọlọ́run sọ pé God says nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀, because Ọlọ́run tẹ̀ rí yẹn, ó máa mú ìbẹ̀rù sínú àwọn èèyàn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n dẹ̀ ti create concept heaven and hell. So you don't do this, you go to hell. So that fear of damnation of hell and the reward of heaven ó ń jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn máa kọ́ máa align. All these things are social construct. But àwọn nobles, àwọn ọba, àwọn ìjòyè tó yẹ pé wọ́n mọ gbogbo kínní, they were living, wọ́n ṣe nǹkan tó wù wọ́n. They were not obeying this thing because wọ́n mọ̀. And that's when the law was introduced. That's when the legal system came into being, which now subjected everybody, àtọba, àti ìjòyè, àti noble, àti prince, àti everybody. And that's why I say the law, nobody is above the law. Torí gbogbo àwọn tá à ń sọ yẹn náà, dẹ́fà ń pọ́ Ọlọ́run sọ fún wọ́n gbé, wọ́n ṣe ń bára wọn sùn nínú fámìlì wọn. Wọ́n ṣe ń bára wọn sùn nínú fámìlì wọn. Bá ṣì ń fọ́mọ ẹ̀ lóyún, gbogbo nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣì ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Until the law was introduced and ó fi ìjìyà fún incest tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Same thing pẹ̀lú bestiality. Bí èèyàn ṣe ń gbé tẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn. We are beast-like in nature. So wọ́n tún ṣòfin fún yẹn náà pé o lè bẹ́ranko sùn, o lè bá ràkúnmí sùn and stuff like that. And you see some people are still doing it. Tó bá kí ẹran ẹlẹ́ran mọ́ kọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, á fi bá sùn bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́. Anything tó bá ti níhò, ẹlòmíì ó máa tọ̀pá ẹ̀bọ ni. Wọ́n dóbọn, wọ́n dógi. Because that is human instinct. It's wild, it's reckless, it's destructive. But likewise, there's another part of human that is genius, that can create things, that can develop his environment. So how do we balance these two? Is what civilization came to do. So gbogbo àwọn social construct wọ́n lò, gbogbo àwọn social mechanisms wọ́n lò láti reformat èèyàn, ara ẹ̀ ní marriage wa. So you have to be intentional about ẹni tó ń join ara ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú. Gbogbo you find a wife, find yín kan, Ọlọ́run kọ́ ló ń yan partner fún yàn, ìwọ ló máa la ojú ẹ̀, ló máa la imú ẹ̀. I love the person mo ṣe fẹ́, irọ́ ló ń pa, kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ love, attraction ló wà. àkọ́kọ́ rẹ́ nìyẹn báyà physical height ẹ̀ ló wù ẹ́ báyà ya ẹ̀ ni báyà ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ ni nǹkan kan á kọ́kọ́ wù ẹ́ bá bó ṣe rẹ́rìn ni bá bó ṣe ń rìn ni báyà ó wà kind sí ẹni báyà ó ló lọ́wọ́ ni something will first of all attract you to that person. It is that attraction that you guys build on. Tó wá fi máa wọwọ́ tí gbogbo ara fi máa kanra tẹ́ fi máa feel pé yes we can take this further we can build on this. Tẹ́ fi máa gbin òdòdó ìfẹ́ tẹ́ dẹ̀ máa water ìfẹ́ yẹn títí tó máa fi grow. Ọjọ́ tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ti water ìfẹ́ yẹn náà mọ́ á kú. So it's not love I love her gbogbo rubbish gbogbo nǹkan tá a máa ń sọ yẹn. Attraction ló kọ́kọ́ wá. Ẹni tó bá wà attracted sí ò lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ náà. Ó bá sọ̀rọ̀ gan wà kàn ṣọ́ọ̀nì ẹ̀dà because kò sí nǹkan kan ò connect. So you have to be intentional pẹ̀lú ẹni tó fẹ́ wò ó pé jẹ́ ká jọ fẹ́ra wa. Wàá la ojú ẹ lẹ̀ wàá wo bá àwọn nǹkan tó lè pick as red flags. Ẹ wà nínú ẹ kàn ṣì ń jẹ́ boyfriend and girlfriend lásán gan ò ní sè. Kò tí ì fẹ́ sílé gan all the time a máa sọ pé òun pé ẹ ò gbé fóònù lẹ́ẹ̀mejì sórí ẹ dàrú ni. Àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ máa rò pé báyọ̀ love ẹ ló ṣe ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. O ò tí ì fura. Ó kàn lọ kí o dé o sọ pé kinní kankan ó fún ẹ ń backhand lẹ́nu. Á bẹ́ẹ̀ létà sọ pé má bínú pé nǹkan wà upset ni nǹkan ló bí òun nínú. O ò fura. You're ignoring those things. Those are red flags. Those are things, showing you who that person is. Orí ń pó dọ̀tí, orí ń pé kò ń túnra ṣe, orí ń pé kò mọ nǹkan kan ṣe. O ò fura. Ó ń wò pé kò mátà ó máa ṣe lítà. Orí ń pó wà irresponsible. Orí ń pé kò lè control ara ẹ̀ tó bá ti wà in the midst of opposite sex. O ò fura. O ń ignore all those things. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè wọnú marriage tí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí i tó máa sọ wípé ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé báwọn lójijì. There are warning signs. There are red flags. It's either we choose to ignore them or we choose to, recolor those flags and pretend that, you can change people. You can't change people. And also I've mentioned on this platform before, people keep getting into, abusive relationship time after time again and they wonder why. And I gave you a clue that many people are going about with a mask on them. Èèyàn dáadáa ni ẹ́, loving, kind, onínúure ẹ̀dá ni ẹ́. But because you don't want to be taken advantage of, wàá wá gbé ojú aṣáwọ̀. Wàá ti lọ táǹbẹ̀ yẹn, wàá dispéré, wàá di don't touch. A máa gbá lórí ẹ̀ gidi. What you don't realize is àwọn kan wà ń ta tó jẹ́ pé irú èèyàn tó ń exhibit irú character yẹn ni wọ́n ń wá. In tó attract àwọn nìyẹn. Wọ́n wá rí ẹ. They get attracted to you. Wọ́n á sọ èdè tó bá nǹkan tó ń exhibit yẹn mu. Ìgbà tọ́wọ́ bá wá wọwọ́ tán, tó bá wá ń cheat ẹ accordingly. Mama wá ń pè why are they treating me like this? Because suddenly ó ti bọ́ mask yẹn, ó ti padà sí normal person yẹn. You'll now be wondering why they're teaching you like this. Yes, because that is what they saw, and that is how they treat people like that. But that's not who you are. Or mask up on it. So I tell people, go out, be yourself. Be yourself. And you will attract the right person. Because ẹni tí ò ní take advantage ẹ tó ń wá irú èèyàn tó jẹ́, ó máa wá. You don't need to mask up because you will confuse people and you will attract the wrong people to you. Àwọn tó ń fẹ́ rú èèyàn tó jẹ́ gangan wọ́n á sá tán bá ti rí ìwà àṣà tó ń exhibit yẹn, not knowing that that is not who you are. Okay, ó tiẹ̀ ti wá rẹ́ni ẹ ti wá múra yẹn wá wọlé ẹ wá ń ṣe bá lọ ẹ ń ṣe lọ. Ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rí pé ọmọ nǹkan go wrong. The person is not up to their responsibility. Tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ wá di wàhálà ó tiẹ̀ wá ráyé gbé mọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tiẹ̀ ti wá dojúrú fún ẹ wọ́n fún ẹ láàyè gan láti progress in your career because àwọn kan wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Some partners would not want you to be more successful than they are, especially àwọn ọkùnrin. And some men wọ́n ní ìyàwó wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbowó ju àwọn lọ, ìyàwó wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ wà more successful than they are because wọ́n ló máa gbéraga. So every way tó ń fi lè restricted ló máa restricted. That's abuse. Wọn ò ní encourage ẹ bó lóun fẹ́ ṣe lé wọ́n máa shut it down bóyá wọ́n á ní kó jókòó síbi kan wọ́n á ní pé náà kò lè lọ bẹ̀ yẹn ẹlòmíì ríṣẹ́ nílùú bòmíì tó dẹ̀ pé owó tó gbà gan tó bá papọ̀ tó bá pa ogbó tí wọ́n ń gbà lọ́wọ́ ìgan pọ̀ ó ju tàwọn méjèèjì lọ. Ọkọ yẹn á nírọ̀ o lè lọ a lè torí ẹ̀ move a lè ṣe nǹkan ọkọ olórí aya all those nonsense talk. Abuse ni. Because now they are limiting you in life. They don't want you to progress because of their own insecurity. Tó bá ti wá rí gbogbo kinní yẹn, nítorí yẹ kó bẹ́lẹ̀dá ẹ̀ sọ, ó ní kó dìde, kó ṣá ètò fúyà tó wọnú ẹrù ẹ̀ and move on. Not minding what people will say. Kọ́kọ́ du ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ náà. Some people will stay wọ́n á rò pé àwọn lè change ẹni yẹn. You can't change them. Ó dànìdànì ìbánilágbàlagbà kékeré ló ti ń báni lọ. They are formed already. Ní tí wọ́n mọ̀ láti ibi tó ti ń bọ̀ nìyẹn. Ní tí wọ́n rí nìyẹn. Ní tí wọ́n rí tí bàbá wọn ṣe, ní tí wọ́n rí tí bàbá wọn ṣe, ní tí wọ́n rí tí ọ̀nkú wọn ṣe nìyẹn. Ní táwọn náà máa exhibit. Ìwọ náà wá rí nínú mọ́mí ẹ pé àbọ̀ ẹ fìyà jẹ mọ́mí ẹ náà ṣùgbọ́n mọ́mí ẹ dúró síbẹ̀. Ìwọ má dúró síbẹ̀. Break that cycle. So that àwọn ọmọ ẹ ò ní rí as a normal way of life. So that àwọn ò ní lu àwọn ọmọ ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. So that àwọn ọmọkùnrin ẹ náà ò ní lu àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀. That's why you need to act. Now, I want us to quickly look at, some of the things that can cause domestic abuse. Nǹkan kan wà tó ṣà ń fà because ó ti fẹ́ dàbí it's now becoming a fad. Ó ti fẹ́ dàbí nǹkan táwọn èèyàn tó ẹ̀ tó fi ń pọ́gbọ́n sìn. Ọkọ tí ọtí ní àbí máa rí ọmọ tó nà ẹ̀. Máa rí ọmọ náà máa tó lọ, máa tó ṣán lọ, máa tó ní girlfriend, ó máa tó ṣe gbá, máa tó ṣàwò. A ti fẹ́ sọ di bí nǹkan àṣà. A ti fẹ́ sọ di nǹkan tó yẹ pé I expect nǹkan láti ṣẹlẹ̀. And these things are the abnormalities. A ti wá fẹ́ gbà bí normal. Mo wá jókòó mo wo gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí mo ti experience, gbogbo nǹkan tí mo ti rí. Wọ́n jẹ́ láti wò pé kí ni nǹkan tó ń fa ìgàn. what is common in all of this? Àwọn alẹ́mìíkẹ́mìí wọ́n á ní no kò ń ṣe evil spirit kankan, kò ń ṣe strange spirit kankan ló wá ń ló wá ń kó sáàrin yín tó ń ní kẹ́ máa nara yín àbí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀. No, we need to go to the root of the problem before we can start to think of how do we curb this, how do we, you know, what do we do to reduce this. You must first understand the cause. And in my own personal, you know, meditation, my own personal research and experience, the simple cause tí mo rí is irritation. Irritation. Look, there are so many unwholesome conditions under which many relationships were formed. Ìyẹn kan. Èyí tó tún dàbí ẹ̀ ó ní wípé we must accept that it's hard for two people from different upbringings to cohabit together. A ní láti tanra wa, kò easy. Now ká tó wá sọ wípé àwọn condition tá wá ignore àbí àwọn condition tá fi form relationship yẹn gan kò tún wá jẹ́ normal. I'll give you examples. There are certain conditions under which you must not start a family. Tó o bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ under any of these conditions, I can guarantee you wípé 99% máa ní problem. Irritation máa wá. Number one, ẹni tó ṣì ń struggle, you're still struggling to look after yourself. O tí lè dá ara ẹ bọ́ lẹ́nu. And regardless of your age, o tí lè dára ẹ bọ́, o ṣì ń struggle ní ìwọ nìkan to meet your bills, to sort out your basics. Tó bá start marriage or family under that condition, àfàìmọ̀ kó má kẹ́yìn méjèèjì má lura yín pa. And this is common in our circle. It's common in our setting. It's common in our culture, where people are pushed by their biological clock to enter a certain phase of life that they are not ready for. Family máa pressure wọn ni. Ilé ọkùnrin ilé obìnrin ìpẹ́ṣú, ìwọ làkọ́bí àgbà ló ń dà yẹn, àbúrò ẹ̀ méjì ti marry, kinní kan ṣe kinní kan. I dey tell you now, regardless of your age, don't succumb to family pressure or manipulation to force you into starting a family when you cannot afford to. Marriage yàtọ̀ sí wedding o. Wedding ọjọ́ kan ni. It's funfair, it's dance, it's eating and marrying. It's friends coming, it's DJ playing. But when the lights are turned off, When friends and family leaves, when the DJ stops the music, tó bá ku ẹ̀yin méjèèjì nìkan, wàá mọ̀ pé ẹ lonely láyé. I felt that loneliness the first night of my wedding. Ó dà pé àwọn méjì yẹn nìkan la kù láyé. Gbogbo àwọn tó sọ pé go and settle, go and marry. Wọ́n jọ gbé ẹ̀ ń gogo o. Àwọn tó máa sọ pé nǹkan ò dancing tó bá ti níyàwó sìn wàá wà responsible. My dear brother, tó bá wà responsible as a single, lè wà responsible tó bá marry. Fact mo ń sọ fún ẹ. Fact ló ń gbọ́ lálẹ́. O ṣì ń sá fún landlord. A máa pe co-tenant, ṣé bàbá yẹn ti dé? Kò tí ì dé. Wàá sáré wọlé, wàá tilẹ̀kùn, wàá paná. Ò ń jẹ́wọ́ ilé kiri. Àwọn family ẹ wá pe meeting, wọ́n sọ pé kó lọ mú ìyàwó wá, ìwọ náà wá gbọ́ sí wọn lẹ́nu. Wọ́n ti bà ayé ẹ̀ jẹ́ tó mọ̀. Wọ́n á tiẹ̀ sọ fẹ́lòmíì pé yàrá kan làwa náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ìwọ náà ẹ kàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní yàrá kan náà, ṣe nǹkan. Wo ìṣẹ́dìran ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọmọ tẹ́ bá kọ́ bí ìṣẹ́dìran ni kẹ́ ẹ sọ o. Unisex name ni, kò bá jọkùnrin kò bá jóbìnrin. Ìbá ṣáà ti bímọ sínú irú setting yẹn, ìṣẹ́dìran ni kẹ́ ẹ sọ. Orúkọ àmútọ̀run wá ènìyàn. Don't be deceived into settling down, starting a family when you can barely or hardly take care of your own self. Family, marriage is a huge responsibility that can wear you out if you are not well prepared for it. Wàá fìyà jẹ aláìṣẹ̀. Wàá fìyà jẹ àwọn tí ò ṣẹ̀, because you will be irritated when you are not able to meet the responsibility and the demands of that marriage. 2, if you have a demanding career that requires your undivided commitment, ro dáadáa o tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ family, because both your career and the family will demand the same full commitment from you. You have to give up one. You come and suffer. Tó bá diṣẹ́ mú, ilé á suffer. Family á suffer. Wọn ò ní rí ẹ̀. Kò ní ní input nínú ayé àwọn ọmọ. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ gan ó máa láti lọ wá èèyàn kan tó máa fi tọ́jú ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n bá rí ẹ ńlẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ á dọmọ lọ́mọ láì tí ì kú ẹ̀. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ á díyàwó níyàwó nígbà tó ṣì wà láyé. Tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé o fẹ́ kó méjèèjì bọná lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà, àfàìmọ̀ kórí ẹ má yí. Àwọn tó ti wà nú ẹ̀ ni kò béèrè o. This one it relates to a specific category, not everybody. So for those who are in the maybe creative industry, àbáwọn tó jẹ́ pé entrepreneur ni wọ́n, tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n dá wà ní. Wọn ò dẹ̀ tí ì gbé kárí àwọn débi wípé wọ́n ti wà successful or wọ́n ti dé peak. Wo mo láyọ̀ láti sọ fún ẹ wípé tó bá ti torí ẹbọ marriage, ibi tó gu ẹ wọ mi sí nìyẹn o. Because family commitment are unnecessary distractions to your, being successful in that your endeavor. Remember, creatives are not wired like everybody else. and also nǹkan tó ń ṣe ọmọ bó ṣe ò jẹ́ ní ẹ́, o ò lẹ́ni tó ń provide fún ẹ, ìwọ ló ń jáde láti lọ wá gíìgì ń bí gíìgì lọ́hùn, wọ́n fún ẹ ní nǹkan bí wọ́n fún ẹ ní tọ̀hún bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, bó ṣe ń já ogbó ẹ̀ mọ́ nìyẹn. And often times gbogbo ohun tó bá rí yẹn, ideally you pour back into your craft. Gbogbo resources tó ní, your time, money, everything, you commit it into your craft láti rí pé it takes off. Don't forget, family also requires all these things. You need your time, undivided attention. They need money. So how do you then balance your passion and survival? So it's no surprising when you see creatives and people who are yet to make it in their career, not to about marriage, they hardly reach the peak because distraction and loma weigh one down. If you are the type of person that you really love your freedom, you love your space, you like that serene environment, ọmọ ìyá mi má bẹ̀rẹ̀ family o. Kò tó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí, those privileges are immediately withdrawn from you once you start a family. Tó bá dẹ̀ ṣì ló fẹ́ dìímú, ibi tí irritation ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni. Mr. Morafoka àdóhùn bí ẹni ńlá yín. If you know you are not disciplined enough to be with a single partner, why are you starting a family? You don't need to start one. Just remain single and live your life gallivanting about. Máa fọ́ wọn lẹ́nu kiri lọ. Because when you start a family, you are required to be committed to your partner. Unless there bá ní agreement bí other forms of marriage which we've talked about here. Tó bá pé open marriage lẹ́ni, a pé polygamous marriage lẹ́ni, polyandry, gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀, there are other forms. Tó bá pé àwọn yẹn lẹ́ni, no problem then. But tó bá pé monogamy yẹn ni ẹjọ́ ṣe, you are required to stay with that person. Mo ṣe illustration pé marriage dàbí ẹni tó subscribe sí satellite TV tó ní 800 channels lórí ẹ̀. Ó dẹ̀ ń sanwó subscription lóṣooṣù. Wọ́n dẹ̀ gbé remote lé lọ́wọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n sọ fún pé channel 1 nìkan ló gbọ́dọ̀ máa wò mẹ́. It can't turn to 2, can't turn to 3, it can't turn to channel 500. Ẹyọ kan yẹn ló gbọ́dọ̀ máa wò. That is how it is. If you are not ready for that kind of life, just don't go into it. Because wàá ṣe nǹkan tó máa irritate partner. From there, abuse will come in. Now, káwọn tó tiẹ̀ ti wá rí partner tó ti sọ pé okay, we'll take this further. I have this gentle or humble advice for you. I've said it before. Look, ẹni tó rí yẹn stranger ni to you. Ìwọ náà sí stranger ni ìwọ náà. So both of you are strangers. With what I've seen so far, I think it makes sense that newlyweds don't make babies in the first 12 to 24 months of their marriage. They should first take time to know the stranger they are living with. Perhaps gbogbo àwọn sign tó ti miss nínú courtship yín and stuff like that, wàá rí clearly nsìn. And then you quickly make up your mind pé ọmọ ó dangerous láti commit further o. Ó dangerous láti bẹ́ni ìgbé tí for better for worse o, irọ́ o. With that, it is easier to break up and move on and start again. Nítorí pé kí ni kò tí ì sọmọ ń bẹ̀. This time around gbogbo red flag tó bá rí yẹn ò ní tunkùn, ò ní tún dá ẹ̀. Wàá kàn ra ṣe kí ni, wàá ra happily ẹ̀ méjèèjì máa ra jókòó ẹ̀ máa sọ pé ọmọ ìyá kò ní ká para wa síbí o, jẹ́ kó kálukú máa lọ́nlọ ẹ̀. We're not meant for each other. Kò sọ́mọ, kò sí anything, ìrọ̀rùn lẹ máa pick up tẹ máa lọ. No baggages. And individually you can all start again. No bitterness, nothing. And then to the married couples who are in abusive relationship, please choose happiness. Love yourself enough to want to remove yourself from any union that is causing you pain and misery. Jókòó síbẹ̀. Okay, some will give you reasons. Torí ọmọ náà ni káwọn ọmọ yẹn máa wà kíní kan. Look, they are being affected anyway. Because wọ́n ń rí tí ò yẹ kán rí. They are being damaged. They're being traumatized. And they're learning, like I said earlier, that this is the way to live. The male child is learning that this is how to treat a female or a woman. And the girl child also is learning that, yes, just sit down there and accept it. It's normal. Does it make any sense? Àwọn ọmọ tó lóòfẹ́ torí ẹ̀ kúrò náà nìyẹn. Ó ń ba ọ̀la wọn jẹ́. So while it's complicated to break a marriage where kids are involved, it is not enough justification to remain in that abusive relationship. Ẹlòmíì, the fear of the unknown ló jẹ́ kí wọ́n accept the familiar pain. After all, I kuku know what I will get from him. After all, I kuku know what he will say. After all, I kuku know what his reaction will be. Wọ́n bá kúrò nísìn, mo ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Báwo mo ṣe fẹ́ ṣe? Look, the same pain and suffering you're enduring while stagnant and unhappy is the same you will have to bear to restart your life afresh. Kò yàtọ̀. So please break this cycle. Choose happiness over what people will say. Consider your children. Káwọn náà má continue irú ayé tí wọ́n náà gbé. Put happiness above every of your reasons. Love yourself. Love your generation. Má jẹ́ kí n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ayé bàbá tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ayé bàbá tó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ayé ìwọ kó tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ayé àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Be that cycle breaker. Teach your kids verbally that violence, that abuse is not the solution. You can have conversations. Tí nǹkan bá rújú, tí nǹkan ò bá lọ, talk to yourself. Ẹ jọ la ẹnu kẹ́ ẹ jọ sọ̀rọ̀. Pour out your heart. Teach them how to listen to other people. Teach them how to hold conversations. Teach them how to do role reversal, to put themselves in the shoes of other people. Kọ́ wo bó ṣe feel. And because they learn more by what they see than what they hear, you also use yourself as a good example, the way you live. Restrain yourself from physically abusing their mother, because you are passing a message. Nígbà tó ń rí ẹ tó ṣe nǹkan, báwo lè fẹ́ fẹnu sọ fún wọn pé kó má ṣe? How? I mean, how do you justify that? Wọ́n máa tẹ̀lé nǹkan tó rí tó ṣe ni now. Because pattern ni. Ìtàn rí tẹ̀ ń ṣe fọ́mọ ọ̀dọ̀. Ẹ wo ọmọ tó ń lu ọmọ kan pa ní school gbà yẹn. Later à ń gbọ́ àmọ́ how true it is ń pé bí ìyá ẹ̀ ṣe ń maltreat gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó ń bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ ńlé nìyẹn. This is exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't want this thing to repeat itself, if we want to stop all this, this sad news of partners damaging themselves, killing themselves prematurely, then we need to break this cycle. We need to start making it easy and comfortable for people to walk out of abusive relationships. We need to stop judging people. Yóò ti fi ilé ọkọ lẹ̀ kò rí ibùjókòó. We need to stop gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Nǹkan tí ò jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn ní courage láti jáde nìyẹn. What will people say? How will they judge me? Orúkọ lọ́wọ́ máa fi pè mí. Then we have our parents who are stuck in the past as well. Má wàá jókòó sílé bí o. Àwọn ará àdúgbò máa ní ọmọ wọn ti padà wálé. Okay, tí o bá padà láàyè wọn á gbókùú ẹ̀ wá nà. Ìkànnì méjèèjì. But they're so sold up to what people will say. What people will say náà lọ́ fi tarí yín sínú abusive relationship yẹn pé ọmọ lágbára kó lọ fẹ́, wọ́n fi force ẹlòmíì pé kó lọ marry bó ti tó time because wọ́n fẹ́ sọ pé gbogbo ọmọ wọn ti marry, wọ́n fẹ́ sọ pé àwọn náà ti di grandma. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ní gan-an bó ṣe ń hùwà, ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé eléyìí ò lè dálé tọ́jú. Ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀, ẹ mọ̀ pé ó kàn gbọ́jọ́ lórí bíi shoe size ni. Ẹ mọ̀ pé kò ní làákàyè rárá, kò tí ì tó ẹni tí ó níyàwó. Ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé ability ẹ̀ ò gbé. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣe ń bá make decisions. Ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ jọkọ nínú ilé, ẹni ẹ̀ orí ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ pé láti lè máa make sound decisions. Ẹ̀yin náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé eléyìí kò lọ́pọlọ. Ẹ mọ̀ pé ó yọ̀lẹ́. Ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin ṣì ń bọ̀. Ẹ wá ń tarí ẹ̀ jáde pé kó lọ mú ìyàwó wá. Ẹ̀yin lẹ máa bọ́ ìyàwó àtọmọ yẹn. Wàá mọrú yín ẹ̀ kí n fẹ́ bọ́ wọn. Ìgbà yẹn lẹ máa yọra yín kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ pé àmọ́ ti ṣe tèmi tán o. Ọkàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. And you now watch them kill themselves. Ẹ̀yin tán dẹ̀ ń tì náà. Ó máa bẹ́tà. Báyìí kan tì yín pa o. Wait until you are ready. And find the person that compliments you. And for what reason or the other tí ọ̀rọ̀ yín ò bá ti wọ̀ mọ́, ẹ jọ jókòó, ẹ jọ sọ ọ́, kẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ lọ. Tọ́mọ bá wà ńbẹ̀, ẹ ro tàwọn ọmọ yẹn, kẹ́ ẹ wà sensible. Differences tẹ́ bá wù kẹ́ ẹ ní, don't let those kids suffer for it. Adult méjì, irresponsible adult méjì ló ń fa wàhálà. The children don't have to pay for it. Ẹ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa yanjú àwọn ẹ̀ tí wọ́n máa rí ìtọ́jú. Ẹ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ṣe tí ẹ méjèèjì ẹ máa ní access sáwọn ọmọ. Because ẹ jọ ṣe wọ́n ni. Orí yín ni ò jọ pé tí ẹ fi lè jọ gbé pọ̀. Okay, no problem. Tẹ́ ẹ fi máa háàmù ara yín, tẹ́ ẹ máa fi pressing iron jóra yín, tẹ́ ẹ máa da petrol àti kerosene síra yín lára yẹn, ẹ nídìí gbogbo yẹn. Kó kálukú lọ ńlọ ẹ̀. Kẹ́ wà láyé, kẹ́ wà láàyè, and move on with your life. Àwọn tí ò dẹ̀ tí ì lọ́mọ tó jókòó síbẹ̀ pé ó máa change, tó ń pray, tó ń ṣe ìṣọ́ òru, tó ń gbààwẹ̀, àánú ẹ̀ ṣe mí o. Àánú ẹ̀ ṣe mí. You can't change nobody. Àfẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ change fúnra ẹ̀. And for those of us who witnessed abuse, in our home while growing up, wọ́n ní bọ́ bá bí ni èèyàn máa ń túnra ẹ̀ bí ni. You don't have to repeat that lifestyle. Ayé tí bàbá ẹ gbé kò ń ṣe dandan kí ìwọ náà gbérú ẹ̀. Pé làákàyè síra ẹ̀, ìwọ náà pé ara ẹ̀ ṣàkíyèsí kó mọ̀ pé that is not how to live. You don't go about physically hurting other people. You have to be up to your responsibility. You have to play your part in the relationship. So túnra ẹ bí, bọ́ọ̀ tí ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹ bó tẹ̀ ẹ pé rándanràndan lójú ẹ rí tó fi dàgbà. Right thing là ń sọ nísìn. Live intentional life. Má pattern ara ẹ alongside orí burúkú yẹn. Live different. Fíra ẹ jìn wípé I will break that cycle. Ntójú ìyá mi rí, ojú ìyàwó mi ò ní rí. And I will teach my children how to live right. Màá fi ìwà mi fi kọ́ wọn. Màá dẹ̀ fi ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu mi náà fi kọ́ wọn. That is how you can break the cycle of transgenerational transmission of partner abuse. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for us for tonight. Thank you very much for hanging with me. Thank you for all those who contributed. And for those who joined later, my sister Jike Ade, I greet you. Thank you for connecting, and all those who joined the show, after we started. I greet all of you. Thank you very much for the contributors tonight. Adebisi Brown, Oyafunke Arike Olorisha, Erelu Olariwaju Fatoba, Ajike Ade, and every other person who contributed. I say thank you very much. God bless you for your contribution tonight. Right, until we meet again next week, Friday, for another episode of the show. If you know there's any cycle that you think we should talk about, you send them my way. My inbox is open. Just drop me a message. They say this is a cycle that we think we must talk about. or if there's any other topic that you think it's worth discussing on this platform, please send them my way. We will look into it and I'll bring it out for discussion. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a wonderful night rest. Ó dàárọ̀, oorun ayọ̀ lásùn. Thank you.
Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrú ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ̀nrọ̀ pa òbí dání wọ́n. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pẹ́ kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe lọ́la òtọ́ láì bá dé, stress of ìdákùn ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Kíbi tí ẹ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣé rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Àwọn lọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà, kò lè rínú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù o, kò jẹ́ àríkùn má ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn òun ló wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lá tẹ̀jẹ̀. Alámọ̀ a ò mọ̀nú, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, àgbà tó ti fi tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Yòókù lọ́gbọ́n, ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni.